All right, let's bring in DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin. Tricia, thanks for being with us tonight. My home state, Minnesota, that's my governor. Okay, he says you guys are going in, you're reckless, you're chaotic, you're racially motivated. How do you respond to that?
It's total garbage is how I would respond to that, Brian. First of all, thank you for having me. But clearly, Governor Walz does not have the facts here. He wants to whitewash them. We have arrested off of the streets of Minneapolis more than 400 criminal illegal aliens. I have seen the reports just earlier this morning. I was looking at some of them. It is grotesque, some of the individuals that we have pulled off of those streets. Convicted rapists, convicted child pedophiles. The accounts of what they've done to many of these children are absolutely heinous. Governor Walz should be saying two words to our law enforcement on the ground there: thank and you. They're actually cleaning up those streets, as he's really failed his constituents time and time again, and let these walking and talking public safety threats walk amongst the children and families in those communities.
And Tricia, anytime somebody like Tim Walz talks about not wanting law enforcement on the ground in a state, that tells you that they're allowing lawbreakers. They're allowing people to break the law, as we've witnessed, particularly with this massive fraud.
Absolutely, and President Trump has been incredibly clear that this is going to be a whole of government approach when it comes to rooting out this fraud, particularly out of Minnesota. What we've seen as far as about half of immigration cases there that we've looked at and USCIS has looked at has actually accounted to fraud. We've seen tons of marriage shams and fraud there. USCIS is doing a large-scale investigation. As you mentioned, Secretary Besson out of the Treasury Department, he's following those funds and the fraud to see, is that going to Al-Shabaab? Is that going to affiliates of Al-Qaeda or other terrorist organizations? But it sure looks like more than incompetence with Governor Walz. It looks like he knew about this and either didn't care or helped to facilitate it.
Well, let's stay on the topic of incompetence and head over to California for a second, Tricia, because I understand that the DHS is really trying to dig into this issue of illegal aliens getting Medicaid benefits. And I think California's got its own Medi-Cal plan as well. So these two things fit together. Talk about what you're doing to try to spare taxpayers a little bit.
Well, let's think about this, Brian, as well. The fact of the matter, these taxpayer benefits, especially health care, is very finite. There's only so many resources. So it's not just the price, but the availability of things like ambulances. Those are based off of population. So for every American citizen who's calling for an ambulance, there is an illegal alien who's also calling for an ambulance. That American citizen might not be getting those life-saving measures because we've injected more than 20 million illegal aliens into this country in the last 4 years. The fact of the matter is our supply chain is trying to grapple with that, and we are seeing down chain effects, including in our healthcare and the healthcare quality for the Americans that these benefits are supposed to be going to.
And because money is fungible, that's what California has done with federal taxpayer dollars for Medicaid. Medi-Cal is Medicaid. And the One Big Beautiful Law closed a loophole that California was using, where it was laying on a tax on providers like the health insurers, and it was taking those extra dollars and spending it on Medicaid, but getting a reimbursement from the federal government. And it was using the extra federal reimbursement to insure illegal aliens. And even with that, it's still so busted and broke because it was so expensive. They will have to pause after just 2 years new enrollment for all these illegal aliens that they were insuring under Medicaid. I digress. Go ahead.
Dagan, you're completely right, and I think that there's something stunning that we found out at the Department of Homeland Security that the American people should know. Since January 20th, 3,781 criminal illegal aliens have been released by Gavin Newsom and his sanctuary city politicians out of California's jails and onto the streets. 3,781. That includes murderers, hundreds of sexual predators that have been back on the ground to re-perpetuate their crimes and create more American victims. It is stunning. It is disgusting.
Tricia, I want to ask you about this one quickly. I know this is very personal for you, but a couple of brothers in New Jersey were arrested for targeting you, threatening to hang you, kill you. I just want to get your response to that. This is what you deal with every day as somebody who's really on the front lines in a certain respect on these issues regarding illegal migrants. What's your response to this? How do you feel?
Oh, these are cowards hiding behind their keyboards. The real heroes here are men and women in law enforcement that wake up every single day to enforce the rule of law that Congress passed. These men and women are facing doxing. Their families are being targeted on the deep web. They're being stalked as they go home. Rampant violence, an 8,000% increase in assaults against them. I've been very blessed that President Trump and Secretary Noem have empowered me to go out on programs like yours to defend our men and women in law enforcement. We are so proud of everything that they've done in the face of these threats to get these public safety threats out of our communities.
Tricia, thank you so much. Be safe, be well. Tricia McLaughlin, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me. God bless you.